Why working for Kylie is the worst. The youngest member of the infamous Kardashian-Jenner clan is one of the most influential people of her generation. At just 21, Kylie Jenner became the world's youngest self-made billionaire. And while working for an actual billionaire may seem like a dream to most, the reality behind the scenes is much different than what people may assume. From former employees to upper management, many people have come forward on what it's like to work for Kylie Jenner and why everything that glitters isn't always gold. But before we jump in, make sure you hit that subscribe and like button and turn on your post notifications to never miss out on major Hollywood news. Now let's jump into the video. Strict boss. Sometimes it's hard to believe that Stormi's mom can be anything other than sweet and generous. But according to ex-employees who worked for Kylie Jenner, the billionaire isn't as nice as she portrays herself to be. Back in 2016, when Kylie Cosmetics was still a fresh, new makeup business, workers opened up to Huffington Post about Kylie's excessive demands. According to these past employees, the Jenner sisters set early morning shifts and hours-long work days with very little pay. One anonymous employee took to Indeed.com to expose the behind-the-scenes work conditions of Kylie Cosmetics. Along with exposing Spatz Labs, the laboratory where the makeup products are made, employees went ahead and called out senior executives. Early morning shifts, long hours, reading and following instructions on measuring and mixing product for makeup, was only provided with a lab coat, hairnet, and safety glasses. No benefits. The turnover rate was high. I loved that I could see how makeup was made from start to finish, but the downfall is that the makeup particles made me cough. But that wasn't the only testimonial from a past employee. The work was fast-paced, product had to be packaged, and quotas had to be made. Some managers were persecuting towards other employees, making it unfavorable to work there. It was hard to interact with fellow employees as everyone worked individually. Expectations were unrealistic to new hires. If you did not meet the standards, you were fired. The workloads were intense, so the most enjoyable part of working there was the breaks. Minimum wage pay. One may assume working for a billionaire may come with lots of benefits and high pay, but sadly, Kylie Jenner's billionaire status didn't have an impact on the minimum wage salaries Kylie Cosmetics had set for hard-working employees. Past workers shared on that. The pay is very minimal for the amount of work that's required, with no benefits and a long term of achieving until you are even considered to be an actual part of the company. Too many alpha female workers in the building would require much envy to one another, which made the work environment very uncomfortable. Toxic work environment. As many employees have stated already, working for the makeup mogul is not as fun as it may seem. Running a successful business requires many senior employees who usually overlook the day-to-day events. And sometimes these senior executives butted heads with other employees. Went from picker to packer, it was horrible communication. Was not able to do my job comfortably without the supervisors yelling, rushing, and getting angry if our pace did not pick up. No one was able to talk, not say one word unless it was one of the employees that the supervisors or lead favored. Would make complaints for sure. Another employee opened up about their experience at Kylie Cosmetics, stating, "Every morning I would be responsible for the tasks I was given for the day. I had to make sure that I had everything I needed for the day as well. At times, the tasks that needed to be done had to be done with minimal time. Management seemed to not have things prepared beforehand. For the position I was in, time was everything. Most of the tasks would take a full shift to be done for a few days, so it would be unreasonable to be told the task has to be done in about 2 hours, especially since it felt as if they were up to your necks about it every hour. Unsafe conditions. Apart from the low pay, no benefits, and toxic work environment, the employees opened up about how Kylie Cosmetics laboratories are very unsafe. As previously stated, workers would only be given a hairnet, a coat, and eyewear as protective gear, which is not enough for a professional workspace in any laboratory. And according to employees, they agree that the billion-dollar selling makeup company isn't safe or optimal for protection. If you're looking to get paid minimum, be worked like a dog, have a 50-hour week on the holiday season just so you can get laid off or get 4 hours a day when it's not seasonal, then go for it. Management only wants numbers and doesn't really care about health codes. Stressful and hectic. Many employees have compared Kylie Cosmetics laboratories to working in stressful sweatshops. With low pay and long hours, it's no wonder why many were unsatisfied going to work. Others have even admitted that the best part of working for Kylie Jenner was going home after a gruesome day at the lab. Check out what past employees had to say about the hectic work environment and demands the billionaire put on her workers. Slave job. 90% of the workers are temps and they don't thank them at all. Company employees think they're on another level. HR personnel just gossips all day. It pays the bills, a lot of hard work and putting a lot of hours, and managers are unappreciated. It's all favoritism in that workplace. It would be rare for them to take you as company. Terrible management. The most enjoyable part was leaving work. They would talk about Kylie Jenner in a bad manner, kind of rude since she's the reason they were there. Not FDA approved. All companies and brands wish to get that seal of approval from the Food and Drug Administration agency. The FDA overlooks thousands of companies, including our very own Kylie Cosmetics. And while the billionaire's makeup brand was approved by the federal agency, Radar Online stated otherwise. According to the online publication, the laboratory where Kylie Cosmetics makeup is made had some trouble with the FDA. Radar Online reported that in 2006, Spatz Labs was put under fire for poor control and management. Equipment used in the manufacture, processing, packing, or holding of drug products is not of appropriate design, of adequate size, and suitably located to facilitate operations for its intended use. The batch production and control records do not include a statement of the actual yield and percentage of theoretical yield. Batch production and control records do not include complete labeling control records. After Radar Online broke the news, Spatz Labs was forced to release a public statement which said Spatz Laboratories completed and passed its most recent comprehensive third-party social accountability and responsibility audit on March 3, 2015. This audit certified that Spatz Laboratories is in compliance with the highest standards and requirements as it relates to lab practices, health and safety, discrimination, discipline, harassment, compensation, and hours of work. The ownership and management of this company takes the health, well-being, and success of our employees very seriously and always committed to upholding the highest standards. And while Spatz Labs have fixed their issues that were brought on a decade ago, many found Kylie Jenner a bit shady for working with the problematic laboratory. And so, with so many employees coming forward with insider information, it's almost hard not to believe that working for Kylie Jenner isn't so glamorous or luxurious. From the low pay and high demands to unsafe conditions and toxic work environment, it looks like working for Kylie Cosmetics is more of a nightmare than a dream come true. But what do you think? Do you believe working for Kylie Jenner is the worst? What did you think of the employees' reviews? Leave us your thoughts down in the comments below. Goodbye, everyone.